Investment income is simply income that you make from any type of investment that you have. That can be all different types of investments, and there are some things that you'll want to know about investment income. That's what I'll be sharing in this video. Hi, I'm Camille Gaines here and on my website, retirecertain.com. I write about, and here I talk about, investing, what I've learned from the past 40 years of investing and creating multiple income streams along with my husband. Over the past 15 years or so, we started in late midlife, and I don't talk about passive stock investing. That's not what you'll find here. You'll find alternative wealth building strategies that you can use that are a little different from mainstream investing mostly. Now, if you like income from investments, make sure you click the thumbs up below this video and subscribe to my channel if you're interested in this information. All right, so what is income investing? It's simply investing in a way that will generate income for you from your investments. This is opposed to the other major reason that people invest, which is growth investing. With growth investing, people buy assets thinking that they'll increase in value, hoping that they'll increase in value, and a lot of the times they do. But with income investing, people buy investments, or investors make investments because they want to get paid while they own that investment. A lot of people call income investing putting your money to work for you, and it really does feel like that because your money is often passively making money for you. Now, it's not always making money passively, and we'll talk more about that in just a second. But now, I really want to point out that financial independence that we hear so much about, it used to be called financial freedom, now people call it financial independence. That's really when you have enough investment income so that you can pay all of your bills and live how you want, right? It's your money working for you in a way that completely covers your expenses. A lot of people think that retirement withdrawals are a type of investment income. In fact, they're often referred to as investment income, but that's not necessarily the case. In fact, it's often not the case now that interest rates and dividend rates are so incredibly low. Retirement withdrawals instead are just taking money out of your retirement savings account. And that money might come from dividend income or interest income, but it also might come from the growth that you had in your investments or the compounding of the money that's happened inside of your account from that growth, or it may have come from the compounding of dividends. Those withdrawals could also come from the deposits that you made into your retirement investment account. So retirement withdrawals aren't really retirement income or investment income. Investment income is money that your money or your investments earn for you while you own them. Again, a lot of people think of either income investing or investing for growth, which is also sometimes called investing for capital gains. And it's not that capital gains aren't good or growth investing isn't good. I think growth investing is fantastic. That's one of the methods I have in my Ultimate Rise Wealth Plan for building wealth, right? And I'll put a link to that in the description under the video if you're interested in checking it out. So there's those two different ways really are functions of our investments. It's the income function and the growth function. So let me tell you the next thing I want to share about income investing. With investment income, income can either be passive or it can be active. Now, you'll hear a lot about passive investing these days. Passive income, passive investing. It's very in right now. Who doesn't want passive income, right? But that's simply just investing your money in a way that it doesn't require effort really beyond the initial research. And I like to say there's no such thing as passive investing or passive income because everything requires oversight. It requires management by you as I like to say, the CEO of your wealth, the person that's in charge of your money, whether that's picking out the investments, picking out the fund manager or the financial advisor or the fund that you're invested in. There's always that initial work at least that needs to be done. But once that's done, with many investments that generate income, they're really passive. For example, stock dividends are just about as passive as you can get beyond that initial research. An example of investment income that's not so passive comes from small business. Small business income can be sort of passive, but it can be a lot of work also. A lot of investors invest in small businesses as a way to generate income. It's become more and more popular over the last few years. Another type of investment income comes from real estate rentals, and I really feel like that's sort of in between active and passive investing, depending on whether or not you hire someone to manage the property for you. But I will say that I think it leans toward being passive. At least that's how our rental properties have turned out. Where does investment income come from? Like what sort of investments? Well, a lot of people just assume that it comes from stock investments only, stock dividends or bond interest. But investment income, as I've touched on already in this video, can come from any different type of investment. It can come from the traditional investments, like we've already talked about, stocks and bonds. It might come from REITs, or it might come from MLPs or different type of paper asset investments. Investment income, though, can also come from alternative investments, anything from timberland to, of course, real estate rentals or even raw land. For example, we got income from some raw land that we had that had frontage onto a pretty major road in Austin. And a business wanted exposure to that busy traffic on this road. It wasn't a highway. It's called a road here in Texas, an RR, right? But he wanted exposure, and he had a stone business, a granite stone business, so he didn't need a building. So he leased the frontage for years so that he could sell his stone and granite, run that business and sell his products with frontage on that road. So that was investment income, an unusual type of investment income, and something of an alternative investment income. So investment income can be either traditional, like stocks and bonds, or it can be more alternative. Investment income can allow you to pay your bills from your investments. They're typically thought of sort of for that purpose because that income flows to you. Now, that's not to say that you can't pay your bills from capital gains or from growth type of investments, that other major type of investment that I was talking about. You can, but capital gains they're less reliable than investment income from, say, a stock or even real estate rentals, usually more alternative investments, because the underlying value of stocks can go up and down, and you may not have a capital gain when you expect one. So with income investing, you know about how much yield you're going to get, if not exactly how much yield you're going to get from an investment. That's what I wanted to share with you in this video. If you found this information helpful, watch this one next.